my god.
I'd really rather not. Hi, everybody. My name is Steve.
And this is Mark.
Joining us today is Craig.
Hi.
For Movies Alone.
Together. Yay. We just saw Spider-Man, baby.
Yeah. It was really good.
It was incredible.
It was so good.
I don't think I'd put it above Spider-Man 1 or 2, but it's definitely, like, way better than any other Spider-Man movie besides those. And it was just a good movie, and it captured what Spider-Man's all about, baby.
Yes. And that's why I think I like it better than those movies.
Those movies hold a special place in my heart. I'll admit that some of that's nostalgia, and just, I've watched Spider-Man 1 like maybe 20 times, so, like, oh.
I mean, I get that, but this one this felt so quintessentially Spider-Man to me.
Yeah, a little too much Marvel universe sprinkled in, but again, it's part of the universe, so you gotta do that.
Yeah.
But they made it work to the point where it wasn't obnoxious, and it wasn't like, hey, don't forget to see the other films, kiddos. It was like, no, this makes sense. Like, even just, like, fucking how the villains are involved.
Yes.
And, like, Age of the Super Criminal. Get ready, motherfucker.
Yeah. And it was a nice tie-in to the other movies that wasn't like in your face.
Yeah, and then also it's its own thing enough where we can have Spider-Man movies and I won't be asking, but why aren't the Avengers helping? You know, which is always the problem you have when you watch like Iron Man 7, and it's like, oh, but why?
Craig, do you care to chime in?
I have to agree with you about it being better than Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Oh no, he was a better Spider-Man than Tobey, easily.
Well, even as a movie itself, that it was great. It had good like pacing. It didn't feel like the other Spider-Man feel so formulaic, where this one just sort of was different.
I'll agree with that.
I think the fact that we didn't get the origin.
Oh, the fact that the closest thing we got to an origin was, I was bit by a spider and it's dead now.
Yes.
And Aunt May has gone through stuff.
Yes.
We all know Uncle Ben's dead. You don't have to say it. Amen.
If you're going to a Spider-Man movie, chances are you know the origin.
You know Uncle Ben got fucking got.
Yes.
I was disappointed that we didn't get a 30-minute scene of him skateboarding.
Oh yeah, I think he needed to be more attractive and not bullied at all, and then have a beautiful girlfriend instantly.
Yes.
You know, like Spider-Man, that relatable character.
Right.
Fuck you, Andrew Garfield. I'm sure you're a nice guy.
So,
In fact, I know you're a nice guy, but
that was my problem with. So I've always said that Tobey Maguire was a great Peter Parker.
Yes.
Not a great Spider-Man.
And Andrew Garfield was a okay Spider-Man.
But not the best Peter Parker.
This kid got both.
This kid got both.
Yeah.
He was a huge dork, but when he was Spider-Man, he was overbearing and cocky and fun and quippy.
Yes.
I mean,
it still felt like the same person in the suit is the same person.
Yes.
Outside of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, I think the closest thing we got to a joke in in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was like in Spider-Man 3 when he like took his sock off and like some Sandman fell out. And then Andrew Garfield, the closest thing we had to him having a rough home life was, I guess, when Uncle Ben was shot over Yoo-Hoo. But like,
you're forgetting, nice outfit. Did your husband make it for you?
Oh, you're right. Actually, you're right. The whole Bonesaw thing is gold. You're right. Toby is funny for one scene.
Yes.
What are you doing up there?
Stayed away from you.
And he's not even like Spider-Man at that point.
Yeah, right? He's the human spider. Speaking of which, this movie, I like the story a lot, but I wish it wasn't exactly what I saw in the trailers. Like, literally, scene for scene. It's like, Spider-Man do this, Spider-Man lose this, Spider-Man do this, Spider-Man fight that, over.
Yeah.
So, like, that was a little disappointing, but again, it was just nice and refreshing to see Spider-Man just do basic, nice guy stuff.
Yes.
And, like, give people directions and stop a bike thief. The best scene in the whole movie, in my opinion, is when he tries to stop the car robbery, and it's the guy's car, and he's like, this is my car, and he wakes up a bunch of people, and they're like, hey, Spider-Man, fuck you. And he's like, I'm sorry, and all of New York is yelling at Spider-Man. I'm like, this is Spider-Man. Everyone's mad at him because he did something wrong when he was trying to do something right.
That is at its base what Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
It was just a very charming movie. Like,
yeah.
It was...
And I was afraid, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Craig, but I was afraid that it was going to be Iron Man 5, but Tony Stark was barely in it,
Yes.
and the parts they used him were wonderful.
Yes.
Like, he was a great character. He was a good mentor. He sees himself in Peter, and, like, it was just a really charming relationship they had. And I thought, here in the trailer, they had that scene where Spider-Man and was swinging, Iron Man was flying. Wasn't in the
Wasn't
movie.
in the
I
movie.
was
Love
'cause
that.
That looks. I'm sorry. In that trailer, that
Looks so dumb,
so
right?
dumb because it looked like because they
Pose for the camera.
Yeah, they like photoshopped it together to like swoop in so the scene falls together. Like I don't know,
Yeah,
it was
no,
just-
none of that.
Yeah.
Also, Spider-Man don't kiss no one.
It's true.
Spider-Man fucking fell through the entire plot and just happened to come out all right.
Yes.
Which
Yes.
is great because it's early year Spider-Man. He should mess up constantly.
Yeah. And I guess we're not. This
We're
whole-
not in spoilers yet.
Okay, so then I'm not gonna say anything about what I was about to say.
Let's get into spoilers then.
Okay, spoilers. I fucking love the fact that he fucking lets everybody down.
Yeah,
Like-
no, that's Spider-Man. The fact that he's like, hey Liz, I can't go swimming with you because I have to be Spider-Man.
I
Hey
gotta
Liz,
go beat
I
up your
can't
dad."
party. I
Yeah.
can't party with you. I gotta go be Spider-Man. Hey Liz, I can't fuck that ass. I gotta be Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Even though your dad gave me permission to fuck that ass, but don't fuck that ass
he
too
said-
much.
he said not too much.
Yeah, he said don't get her prego, but you know you can put it in.
That was an exact quote from the movie.
Yeah, no. Michael Keane said it. Don't get her prego, but you can put it in. Exact quote.
Just pull out.
Just pull out,
Just
Spider-Man.
pull out.
I was Batman once. That's what he said.
I've already
I don't
played
know.
a bird.
I don't know why the Vulture would say that, but he said I was Batman once and Birdman. Not in my daughter, please. That was a nice little twist because obviously Liz Allen and the Vulture have no relation in comics unless there was some fucking miniseries I never read in like the 2000s.
I was very surprised because didn't they call her Liz Allen?
Uh-huh. So I was like, what? She keep her mom's maiden name or some
Yeah.
shit? But
I don't
also,
know, maybe they didn't say Allen. Maybe they just said Liz, and I assumed
no,
it
they
was
said
Allen.
Liz Allen. I was listening for it. Also, just cute little thing is the news reporter girl was Betty Brant.
Yeah.
I thought that was cute.
Yeah.
Even though she looked very Gwen Stacy-esque with her blonde hair and black headband.
Don't say that because
She gonna die.
A producer is gonna hear that, and the sequel is
It's like,
gonna.
nice job, Betty. My name is Gwen.
Oh my god, I'm Spider-Gwen now. Thwip thwip. I'm dead now because it's my only fucking character trait. I don't like Gwen Stacy.
I know. I know.
Fucking okay. Let's talk about my only real problem with the movie,
Go ahead.
just so we can say it on camera.
Okay, I have one problem with it too, but go
Okay.
ahead.
Fucking so there's this girl, Michelle, throughout the whole movie, and she's very charming and fun, and she's like Peter's friend, and she's by far has the most realistic interactions in terms of like what me and my
Yes.
friends were like in high school.
She's a really good character.
Yeah.
Just a nice comic foil.
Yeah, just a good character. Like when they show up at the dance and she's like, oh, hey, and she just flips them off.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's what me and my friends were like. And calling each other losers and shit. And then they're like, Michelle, do you want to be the leader of Mathletes? And she's like, my friends call me MJ. I'm like, oh, she must be Mary Jane now, despite her name not being Mary and her looking nothing like Mary Jane. I don't even care if you make Mary Jane a fucking green woman from like Pluto,
Right.
as long as she's Mary fucking Jane.
Right.
You can't just change someone's name. That'd be like if Peter Parker walked in, he's like, I'm Tony Stark. And then he puts on the suit. He's like, you can't say I'm not.
Yeah.
I said I'm Tony Stark. I must be Tony Stark now.
You find evidence that says I'm not Tony Stark, and then we'll talk.
And they're like-
but we'll only talk.
Oh. So what was your problem with that?
My problem
that
is
Joseph Gordon-Levitt ass scene.
No, that's I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I do have a problem with that, but not. It's again, it's a dumb little thing. They shouldn't have done it, but it doesn't ruin the movie.
Except it doesn't ruin the movie. Except that Mary Jane is an integral part to Spider-Man's
Yes.
story.
You're absolutely
and
right.
now we have this girl who's not named Mary Jane, who's apparently Mary Jane.
Yeah.
But I guess they're playing it safe enough where like if people don't like Xenia, or whatever her name is, which people obviously like her because she was charming, got a lot of
Yes.
laughs, they could like weasel out and get a different Mary Jane. But now we're stuck with a Mary Jane who's not named Mary. It's just really weird and stupid.
It was just like a hook that like it's very
That
Hollywood.
a bunch of old white men who don't care about Spider-Man
Yeah.
made in a business room.
They read the Wikipedia for Spider-Man.
MJ, that's all we need. That's her name, right? I think it might stand for something. No, it doesn't stand for nothing. I'm hip with the kids. Anyway, what do you not like?
It's not necessarily something I didn't like. It was a missed opportunity. At the end of the movie, Tony Stark is like, "Hey, check out this suit I made."
Could have been the Iron Spider.
Why wasn't it the Iron Spider suit? And I know the answer is because it looks like the suit from the video game. And Sony probably said, "Hey, look, we're gonna let you use Spider-Man, but you gotta let us make a game. It's gotta be a PlayStation exclusive, and you gotta advertise it in your fucking movie."
Okay, well, here's why the Spider-Man game is a PlayStation exclusive, because Sony owns the majority of the rights to Spider-Man distributed outside of comic books. Second off, I didn't think it looked too much like the suit. I think it looked actually more like his House of M outfit, which is really weird that they would even come close to acknowledging that House of M is a thing, because we hate X-Men now, apparently. But, and then it was metallic, so it was Iron Spider-Man-esque. It was a little closer to, like, the End of Days outfit without being so patty. But yeah, no, I would have liked it to be Iron Spider, but...
Just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, but you know, then that's a little narcissistic for Tony to be like, hey, you can join the team and have my color scheme.
Well, that's what he said in the comics. He said, "Hey, my suit, I made it. It's my colors."
Yeah, except Iron Man made all of his suits in this except for a sock with goggles.
It's true.
So, I'm okay with that. Also, fucking, anyone else think that when they gave that sticky rice pudding to Aunt May, that dude nutted in that rice pudding? Because I've never heard of sticky rice pudding. I've heard of rice pudding, but not sticky rice pudding. Everyone wanted to fuck Aunt May that whole movie. I don't blame them. But they wanted to fuck Aunt May.
I don't know. I mean...
I like that was an ongoing joke. But
Yeah.
then she also said she didn't like Tony Stark, so you know he ain't gonna get it.
No.
Also, he's married now. But,
That was a weird surprise.
I was like, Pepper, you're not dead! And
Wasn't
it's like-
expecting that.
Also, great joke. He's like, I've had this since 2008. I'm like, Iron Man 1.
John Favreau was pretty great. In
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I love...
He's always good. In,
Yeah, he was a clown in an episode of Seinfeld, and he was very funny in that.
He was in Friends. He wanted to be he was the doctor or something.
Yeah, he was a doctor who wanted to
would
be
be
an
an
ultimate...
MMA
Yeah, he wanted to be an
fighter.
MMA fighter.
That's funny.
That's-
And he kept getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
What a
And Monica's
hero.
like, "You gotta stop." He's like, "No, I'm gonna be the ultimate fighter." And he just gets his ass kicked.
John Favreau, what a hero.
He was also...
Okay, we're not talking about John Favreau.
No, we are. He was also... Shit.
He was also the doctor in Elf, and he directed Elf.
Same universe confirmed. Santa Claus for Avengers Infinity War.
He was also Foggy Nelson.
He was in the original Daredevil.
Yes. But
I
anyway.
remember that.
Cause, you know, Steve loves fucking Daredevil starring Batman.
Don't ask me to remember, like, math or my mother's birthday.
But
Do you remember the plot of Elektra?
do I? It's the only plot anyone ever remembers about Elektra. She got better from being dead, and then she did ninja shit. And she's
mean-
Greek.
I didn't see the movie, but I'm sure you're right.
She fucking stabs bags of sand.
But anyway. Anyway, Spider-Man Homecoming.
Action was great. Vulture stole the fucking show. And every
Fantastic.
time he was on screen, a nut. Poor Herman Schultz.
Oh, that's what that was?
Yeah, no. No, poor Herman Schultz, the shocker, the eternal jobber, my beautiful boy. So, I liked how there was a guy who's like, hey, I'm calling myself the Shocker, and I got a jacket like the Shocker. And Vulture's like, no, you're not, fuck you. And he kills him, and he's like, hey, you, Herman. And he's like, hey, I'm black. He's like, yeah, you're the Shocker. No one's gonna get mad that we made you black. You're the Shocker now. He's like, okay, that's stupid. And then he's like, oh, man, I like being the Shocker. And he's like, what does the Shocker do? And he goes, you job. And he's like, oh, okay. So he shows up and fucking loses to Spider-Man. My only problem with that scene isn't that he jobbed, because, you know, again, it's the Shocker. He has to. It's a shame. He's never going to be the big villain.
No.
But in set photos we saw of the Shocker near the school bus and stuff, he had a mask on. And he didn't have it in this. And I'm like, okay, I guess they did test screenings and people didn't respond positively to that because they're like, that looks goofy. I'm like, it's the fucking Shocker. He wears an insulated sock.
He's goofy, yeah.
Yeah.
They might be like, who the hell is that?
Yeah, that
'Cause
too.
All of a sudden, he has a mask and then he's gone.
Just show him put the fucking mask on. It's not that hard. Or Spider-Man takes the mask off. Or, you know, the guy with the laser glove is the guy with the laser glove from earlier. Anyway.
Hey, there was two guys with
He
laser
got-
gloves.
The dead guy got better. No. But fucking
Elektra!
the other thing I didn't like about that scene is that fucking fat friend stopped him with the web shooter, and the only reason the web shooters work is because Spider-Man's strong as
Yeah.
fuck. So fucking fat friend should have gotten pulled forward and like busted his nose on the concrete because he's a fat, worthless piece of shit.
There was a
I
little
hate
too much.
Ned so much.
There was a little too much.
Throughout the whole movie, every scene with Ned, Mark goes, the fucking Ned.
It's true.
Fucking Ned.
Because there's these scenes where he's like, "Hey, Spider-Man, can I make your life harder?" He's like, "No, Ned, please." He's like, my milkshakes bring all the girls together." I'm like, "You're not funny, Ned."
Fucking Ned.
He had one good line the whole movie, where he said he was jerking off, and because
Yeah, the teacher.
the classic joke of it's easier to just say I'm watching porn than explain what I'm doing.
He did. I mean, they could have written him better, but he did serve the purpose of
Spider-Man has,
audience proxy of being like, hey, how'd you get your powers, etc., etc.
and Spider-Man has someone to rely in
Yeah,
and stuff.
um,
Also, glad that we're not going to have to wait like 70 movies for Spider-Man to tell Aunt May that he's Spider-Man.
Yes.
Because I like when Aunt May knows he's Spider-Man, because then he has like someone who cares about him that's not annoying and genuinely like has lived with him and understands what he's going through.
Yes.
It's like, listen, you can't blame yourself for everything, Peter. I'm too goddamn sexy. And he's like, please, Aunt May, think of the kids.
I mean, at least this Aunt May, when she dies, there's a reason to bring her back.
Oh, I can't wait for Michelle to sell her marriage to the fucking devil. And he'll be like, oh, I thought that his wife was Mary Jane. She's like, MJ, me, Mary Jane, because I said so. And he's like, well, I can't deny this logic. Fuck. And then, goddamn, Matt Gargan, let me bust a
yeah.
huge fucking nut on that.
You bust that nut, just do it away from us.
So fucking Vulture's like, hey, Mad Tinkerer, you making cool shit? He's like, yeah, I'm making mad shit, because I'm the Mad Tinkerer. And they're like, okay. And he's like, dude, we're doing something for the Gargan deal. And I was like, fucking 100% erect. And then they show up at a ferry, and they're like, there's Matt Gargan. I'm like, some pre-coom starts coming out, right? Then they zoom in on him. It's the guy from Far Cry 3, and he has a tattoo of a scorpion on his neck. And I'm like, not all over. Scene after the credits, I'm like smoking a cigarette. I'm like, oh, geez, girl, that was great. And then Matt Gargan shows up. He's like, yo, I'm gonna fucking kill Spider-Man. I'm like, when you nut, but Gargan keeps showing up.
Gross.
Oh, dude, I really am excited to see the Scorpion.
Yeah, no, if he's not the villain in the next movie, or at least a villain
I
in
would
the
say,
next movie.
I'm thinking they might do like quasi Sinister Six or
Yeah.
like Sinister Syndicate-esque shit.
I can see that.
I was kind of hoping that part of Vulture's crew would just be like a tech guy and he'd be like, God damn it, Beck. And then I'd be like, Mysterio. But no.
One of the best parts of the movie, Captain America.
Oh my God. Captain America, comedic relief, I'm sorry, was the best. My favorite joke from him is he's like, my friend, your gym teacher. And he points to the side and the gym teacher's on the wrong side. Genius.
It was just perfect, like...
Level of camp.
Yeah, yes. The kind of thing Steve Rogers would agree to.
Oh yeah, they'd be like, Steve, you want to help kids? So you got detention. What? And you know what you did is wrong. It's like, oh. And then the best troll scene after the credits ever, where he's like, you know, when you wait for something, it's not worth it and stuff. And when he says, how many more of these do we have to do? Can be taken in so many ways. Like Captain America saying, oh, how many more PSAs do we have to do? Or
how many more movies do we
how
have
many
to
more
do?
movies do we have to do? Or even, how many more scenes after the credits do we have to do? Just fucking funny. Brilliant.
Oh, beautiful.
How many, let's see. How many movies are there?
Ugh. Yeah, I can't wait for the Black Panther scene after the credits where Captain America walks out. It's like, so, you saw Black Panther, and you're feeling like you really understand black culture. Well, let's just remember, just because you saw Black Panther doesn't mean you have the right to say the N-word.
Is, Cap gonna be in Black Panther?
No, I hope not.
But he's in Wakanda, isn't
No, he just dropped Bucky off so fucking T'Challa could keep him in the basement next to the ice pops.
I could see him.
He's like, fucking get me my ice pops. And they're like, there's a man with one arm downstairs. He's like, forget him, get me the fucking ice pops.
I can see them mentioning like, oh well, like
We have
something
that
like,
stupid white man in the basement.
I can see them being like, well, isn't that Steve Rogers guy here? They're like, no, he picked up a new shield and a costume and left.
another great just fucking line is he's like, apparently this guy's a war criminal now or something.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I loved how little the teachers cared in this.
Oh
movie.
my
Yes.
God. When he runs out of attention, nah, come on, come back.
When they're interviewing the other teachers, like, I can't afford to lose a student on a field trip. And then it's just zooms in again.
And he just like kind of looks off screen and zooms in more. Oh, dude.
Oh, the humor in this movie was just spot on.
Yeah.
Just
Also,
perfect.
I was going in, I was like, oh man, I don't know if fucking Grand Budapest Hotel kid is gonna be good Flash Thompson. And then the first thing he does is almost hit Peter Parker with a car and call him Penis Parker. And I'm like, you did good, kid. You did
the
good.
bullying aspect was pretty good, but
But he also had the aspect of Flash honestly believes that they might kind of be friends because he's an idiot and an asshole. Like when he spanked his butt and he's like, hey, Parker, and let me grab that ass, baby.
I mean, it's a dumb little thing, but the fact that he seemed like he was a spoiled rich kid, as opposed to
Yeah, as opposed to,
like
I
an
come from a
abused-
broken
yeah.
home. My dad is an alcoholic who beats me and my mom's dead.
yeah,
I feel like it would have been hard to fit that kind of character into the school.
Yeah, I would say because it was a very
Yeah.
preppy, smart boy school. But here's the thing. They're not going to do anything with Flash Thompson
No.
because, honestly, the only character he needs to play is Bully.
Yes.
We're not going to have him go to Afghanistan and lose his legs and become Agent Venom. We're not going to do that.
no.
That'd be pretty dark. Spider-Man: Homecoming 2.
I'm going to fight in the war, Pete. I lost my legs, Pete.
Flash
Dude,
Thompson:
we're
Homecoming.
16.
And then fucking goddamn Mad Max comes in. He's like, here's the Venom symbiote. But yeah. And then, you know, I'm interested to see what they do with all this stuff. Like, no Harry Osborn, so we're probably not gonna get any Goblin shit, which is fine.
Not right away, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't want them to rush Goblin shit like they do with Spider-Man bullshit fucking beautiful boy #2, where we are introduced to Harry Osborn and the Green Goblin and killing Gwen Stacy within 15 minutes of each other.
Yes. Well, we weren't introduced to Harry Osborn within.
You're right. We met
but-
him at the beginning of the
Yes.
movie, and then we got that scene where he goes, Harry Osborn and Peter Parker.
I only watched a review on Amazing Spider-Man 2, so I haven't seen the movie yet.
It's not the
dude,
best.
dude, you
movie.
should walk
Apparently,
by
they pretend like they were friends
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should watch it with me just so you can watch me fucking cry from laughter when Gwen Stacy's neck snaps.
I watched Amazing Spider-Man 1 last night.
Oh, when Goomba Lizard comes in to get them all to go to the Mushroom Kingdom?
It was.
And then Captain Stacy dies for no fucking reason?
I mean,
the dude also has the only purpose of dying in Spider-Man's
Yeah.
life, I know, but...
it's like saying Uncle Ben died for no reason. Like,
No, Uncle Ben...
he died for chocolate milk, I know.
Thank you. I was gonna say Uncle Ben died for a good reason.
That's
Spider-Man
stolen
wanted
Yoo-hoo.
that fucking Yoo-hoo, baby.
Do you think that Peter Parker would ever drink Yoo-hoo ever again?
Yeah, of course he would. He's like, it's what Uncle Ben would have wanted.
Look, he has the power to drink that milk, and with great milk power comes great milk
It's not even
responsibility.
milk.
With great calcium comes great bone structure.
To get back on topic, one thing that actually also bothers me now that I think
Oh,
about
is that
it.
even though 9/11 was X amount of years ago, we still have to put Spider-Man in front of the American flag?
No.
Oh.
The fact that at no point does Peter go to Tony Stark after he's like, you can't give me this stuff back. At no point does he say, look, you rich douchebag, I have great power. I have to have great
We're not
responsibility.
ready to say it yet.
I'm ready to say it. That's
Listen,
Spider-Man.
I know. He's cemented himself as new Spider-Man.
Yes.
Next movie, we'll get great power and we'll get J. Jonah Jameson.
I'm just saying, there's been 2 Avengers movies, and I haven't got an Avengers Assemble. I need power and responsibility.
Dude, they're saving it for
You-
fucking
you got
Infinity Wars.
halfway.
For Infinity Wars Part 2, when Cap's goes, go Avengers Assemble, and then he'll die 15 minutes later.
Cock teasing ass super soldier.
No, at the beginning of Avengers 3, he'll say assemble,
It'll never actually say the complete thing.
You just have to connect the movies together.
Of course, even though there's like 7 movies in between, but
And then
that's fine.
after fucking Tony Stark dies in Infinity Wars, Captain America will be like, "So you're dead. Let's talk about this." And he has a little PSA video at his fucking funeral.
I love that he's in his goofy uniform,
his shitty
yeah.
Avengers outfit. When his head looks way too big for his dumb little body.
I think it's goofy. I don't think it's shitty. I think it's goofy, but I
was
do
saying,
like it.
That's
It
the only.
adds to the camp.
That's the only outfit in any superhero movie where I like when he takes the mask off, because he has such just a Captain America face. Where I'm like, you're Captain America. That was the other thing I liked about this is Tom Holland almost never took the mask off, as opposed to
Yes.
taking it off every second,
Oh
like
my
Andrew
God,
Garfield.
I-
Hey, put on my mask and climb through the car. It gives me powers. Fuck you, Andrew Garfield.
I was sitting
And
at
then
my
the little
computer
kid,
last night.
fucking in slow motion as the car. Fuck Andrew Garfield.
I was watching that scene last night and just like,
Oh,
wanting to
I gotta
punch the
take my mask
screen.
off because I'm so beautiful. Meanwhile, Tom Holland's like, I'm gonna wear this mask like 90% of the movie, and I'll lose it during like the final fight that takes like 2 minutes. And even then, it's only because I needed to breathe,
yes.
not because
I
a
need
kid
to-
needed
yeah.
support
Yeah.
or I needed to show my face.
The other fucking thing I love. I love when he lifts the fucking shit.
Oh.
He's buried under shit.
Oh, dude,
and he says, I'm Spider-Man. I lift heavy things. It's what I do.
And then how about the vintage moment where he goes, I'm a man! When he's talking to Donald Glover.
Tongue lover.
I was
was
saying,
so-
dude, also that part when Donald Glover was buying guns, was he holding his dick in his hand? Because he was like holding like his crotch area and like, he could have been holding like a gun in his thing, because I know that's what it's supposed to do, is like you're holding a gun to show the gun you have, but looked like he was just holding his cock. I'm like, Donald Glover going to buy fucking black hole generators holding his dick. Also, glad he wasn't Miles Morales. I was afraid that they were going to do that.
He's too old to be Miles Morales.
I was going to say, also, who gives a single shit about Miles Morales? Especially when Spider-Man's like 15, Miles
Yeah.
would be a sperm or like a baby.
Yes.
What do you think about Miles being in the Spider-Man game?
Oh, I can't wait to not give a single shit about that. They could have done anything else. They could have been like, Felicia, hello? Eddie, hello? Aunt May, hello? Fucking guy who
MJ?
fucking guy, Michelle. It's MJ. Fucking guy who gave Spider-Man a hot dog. Yes, but Miles Morales, who gives a fucking shit? At least Mr. Negative's in that game.
Yes. Yes.
And you know, Venom's getting the push of his life right now, so he'll probably show up in the game too.
I can see that.
Anyway, this car is getting steamy.
yes.
Oh my god.
So,
Just
final
three-
thoughts, 8 out of 10.
3 dudes in a steamy car.
Whip, whip, whip.
very,
Can't wait
very
for the next
hot. Do you
Spider-Man.
think they're recording a podcast?
Dude, they're recording
Probably.
a sweet dick sucking session there.
Probably. You think we'll get like tagged in their thing?
Yeah, dude.
I'll tag them.
Yeah.
Let's go. Hang on.
What's
Hey!
your username?
Alright, they're gone. Okay.
Aw.
I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I don't know if I liked it more than Civil War.
Oh, I liked it way more than
yeah,
Civil War. And even though this didn't have Black Panther in it, it's still better than Civil War because Civil War wasn't completely about Black Panther.
It's yeah.
That was the
I don't know.
that was-
I'm not saying I don't like it more than Civil War. I'm saying I have to think about it.
yeah, okay.
Because Civil War, I think, was really like that's one of my
Civil
favorite
War-
movies.
I mean, it's great, but as a movie, it wasn't too good. It was one of those things where you need to do your homework to go into it. Otherwise, who gives a shit about Sokovia and stuff?
Yeah.
This Spider-Man movie, like, there's a little like, and here's the Sokovia Accords in class. But other than that, it's just Spider-Man and
Yeah.
Vulture being like, "Fuck, I hate when government ruins small business," and I'm like,
Which
"Damn
felt-
right you do, Vulture."
felt very, very Vulture.
I would say, well, that's Vulture's
Yeah.
whole deal. Is he's like, I come from a time when shit wasn't stupid because I'm old as fuck.
Yes.
That's
So
another thing. Sorry.
Go ahead.
The bad guy in this movie, he didn't hate Spider-Man because it was Spider-Man. Like in every other movie, I feel like the bad guys are just like,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, I hate that guy.
Spider-Man fucked my wife. I hate Spider-Man.
Jameson's onto something here.
And
this one, he's just like, I'm trying to provide for my
And
family.
then Spider-Man,
Yeah.
he's
Literally.
interacts with him first.
Yeah, Spider-Man literally just keeps fucking his shit, and he's like, listen, you saved my daughter, so I don't want to kill you. And then he stops his shit, but he also saved his life, so when they're like, hey, you know Spider-Man's identity? He's like, I do not. Because
And
Spider-Man...
nothing you say can prove that I do.
And he's like, fine, whatever, I'm gonna get a tail and I'm gonna fucking sting people. And they're like, okay, Gargan, you do that.
That was another thing I really liked about this movie was no one died.
Yeah, we can finally build a fucking rogues gallery. Meanwhile, Ant-Man's killing people, Cap's killing people, fucking Avengers killing
In
people.
every other Spider-Man movie, the bad guy dies?
Norman
right?
gets impaled. Fucking Doc Ock
gets
sinks
sucked
into the
out
ocean.
or whatever,
Fucking Sandman blows. Actually, Sandman just flew away.
Yeah,
That's
Sandman left.
But he wasn't a bad guy anymore. Harry died the fuck. Venom blew the fuck up. Fucking Electro blew the fuck up. Lizard blew the fuck up.
Well-
Harry blew the fuck up.
Lizard's still alive.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. He's gonna go fucking help the Mario Brothers overthrow Bowser.
But no, I mean, yeah, no.
The greatest villain of them all, fucking Gwen Stacy, dead. Can't build a rogues gallery, but now we can.
Yeah, and that's another thing that's just so quintessential Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's villains make Spider-Man.
Yes,
They're the best Marvel
and
villains.
The fact that he fought so hard to save him.
Yes! Nobody dies!
Nobody
It
dies.
felt Spider-Man was a human.
Yes.
Someone that actually cared about everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can totally relate with his struggle the whole time about just wanting to be taken seriously, and he's doing his best. And, like, if you go from fighting giant Ant-Man one day and then you have to go to fucking high school, I'd be bored as shit, too.
Yep.
So, yeah, no. Great times had by all. Good heal and good times.
Yeah, I
Also,
agree.
when they play the Spider-Man theme song at the beginning.
I cried.
Yeah.
I cried. Tears came from my eyes.
No, I love it. When I saw that with Dave, I was like in my seat just fucking losing it. He's like, you like the Marvel logo? I'm like, no, Dave, you fucking idiot. They're playing the 60s Spider-Man theme. She drove me here. Oh.
I couldn't believe they did that.
Yeah, no, that was awesome because it shows that they cared.
Yes.
Except not enough to name Mary Jane Mary.
Well, I mean, I guess
From now on, call me MJ.
okay.
Okay, MJ.
You do have a name that starts with the letter M. So
That's all it takes.
That counts.
I'm MJ now.
Yeah.
You are MJ.
From this day on, I'm MJ.
Craig, any final thoughts?
I really liked it.
Oh no, I love this movie.
It was up there with my other favorite Marvel movie. What the fuck is that one movie? Shit. Captain America 2.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That one's probably my favorite.
Winter Soldier ruled.
Winter Soldier's
this
really
one's
good.
a close second. Like I'd rate them both like a 9 out of 10.
Do you think that Tony Stark built that suit in a cave? A box of scraps?
Oh, we didn't talk about Karen. Oh, Karen, I loved Karen.
Oh,
Now's your chance, Peter. Kiss her.
fuck. Oh, yeah. And he's like, I can't kiss her upside down. Tobey Maguire did that. Yeah, fucking computer wife Karen from SpongeBob was a weird addition, but she was nice.
Yeah, no, that was just some good.
Also,
Yeah.
good reason for why he has a bunch of goofus webs.
Yes.
Robot suit.
And also,
Yes.
like, it also gave him reason for some of his quips, like when he's alone and stuff. When he says things,
Yeah.
it makes him.
Yeah, he's like, I have an audience. I'm gonna make some jokes.
But yeah, no, really great movie. Go watch it if you haven't watched it.
Watch it 2 times if you want. Watch it 2
Yeah,
times.
I'm probably gonna watch it 2 or 3
I
times.
was just saying, dude, Spider-Man's home. He's
Yeah.
finally home. He's with
But
the,
is he coming?
I'm coming,
came.
baby.
Okay.
He came hard.
You saw him. He was fucking.
He was gonna
Coming
nut all over
over that
Liz.
home.
Vulture said he could.
The really the sad thing is that Liz is not gonna call.
Well, no, she's in like Omaha because Spider-Man fucked her dad on the beach.
Well,
But Vulture said he could.
The Onion was right.
He's...
It's so fucking hot in here. Holy shit.